name is Emmanuel Van der Auwera. I'm the director of White Clouds. It's a film, I guess, that deals with many different things, from technology, the exploitation of labor, the digital assembly line, and also question regarding truth and perhaps the limit or expanded limit of documentary in the world of synthetic media. So it focuses on a mining facility, which is where most of rare earth is coming from. It is controlled by China in Inner Mongolia. And it's a place where few cameras can go, I suppose. When the digital, AI revolution occurred, like some moment last year, I started to wanted to check the beginning of that assembly line, where the materiality of where is the materiality coming from, like coming back to the physical, I guess. And I stumbled on a picture, satellite images of Bayan Obo mining district, and immediately it triggers me to wanted to see this place from the inside. But since it was virtually impossible to go there, I started to consider AI generative images as a tool that would basically serve that purpose, an impractical medium for an impractical time, I guess.
Life is actually very simple. 我们都在记平凡的日子里拼命挣扎。
There's a lot of things to unwrap, I guess, in what you said. Thank you. I think AI work in this context, and this kind of also, seeing these things, and I've constantly worked with social media found images and things. So it kind of felt like a stone in my garden, because I realized that AI was a compression of everything that we produce is on social media. So without social media, you cannot have the amount of material necessary to produce this model that then produce synthetic image in turn. So there's a kind of assembly line there that this motif started to appear. And as you said, we are kind of at the extreme bottom of that assembly line, and from the opposite, there's a blind spot. So again, this blind spot is also playing with the truth gap that is opened by AI. Like, there's no way to know very soon if the images are authentic or they are not, that create a new relation to reality. And I think that works with the film, because it's not about the aesthetic of the AI. I think a lot of people are exploring this as a tool to produce surrealism or something like that. I mean, basically, like Tim Burtonian, you can do whatever you want. That's very easy. But the conceptual axis of these blind spots, suddenly we understand why this is the practical tool in that context. And I think the place that's represented is obviously not Bayan Obo. It's an extrapolation. It's dreamed by the machine. So that's also the ethical question that it's raised, and can we still call it a documentary? And so there's plenty of things I was thinking and was very aware when I was doing it.
兄弟，我跟你开玩笑呢，我只想呢多要几块人民币吧。
To a certain extent, actually, because the voiceover is also AI generated. So I struggle a lot to find a model that would be able to produce a Chinese voice in Mandarin and in English. And I wanted this also for certain reason I won't develop. But I thought the statement, the testimony itself needed to be authentic. So I looked in the Chinese TikTok Douyin until I found a miner who was not talking. He was just doing, filming mining activity, but he was making some subtext title, quite long, which triggered me. So I started to look at, translate it, and I realized that everything that he named his video, his short clips of him working, were about his state of mind, his exhaustion, his depression, his relation to love, to money. So it was a kind of intimate diary. And then I took that and I kind of embodied it with an AI. So to answer like the practical question is I guess the film was done surprisingly fast, because these tools are very fast. So the question more like was, I think I started to build images as kind of storybook on Mid Journey to kind of approach the space And at that time, the AI generative video was not there yet. And in April somewhere, it kind of happened. And I was able to use that tool. And for a month and a half, I just film with that. I mean, when I'm saying film, I'm just like prompting. And then the editing process was quite long because I guess I used 2% of the material that, that I generated. Like it's an infinite amount of material.